Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Auto Resource YouTube channel. 2009 Volkswagen Jetta wagon with. I already filmed a great amount of content on this vehicle regarding repairs, maintenance. The last video was about how to open emergency opening of this rear trunk, which doesn't want to open, and we showed that you just have to get in the trunk and use that opening right there in the back. There is a lever, you just push on it and the whole door will open. So we show how to do that, and now we have a finally chance to diagnose this problem. This problem was from beginning happening when I bought a car a couple of months ago, and it needed couple of clicks on the switch. You can hear it, right? And it will pop. The actuator, which is right here, it will actually make that move. It will pop open. So that was one of the problems. Obviously, I always made sure that the vehicle is unlocked, because if the vehicle is locked, it will not open, right? It never worked from here. This will never open it. And also never worked from here. This switch will not open the trunk, but the switch which is here will open it, but it's getting worse and worse. Now it might need maybe 50 times, and then it finally made a move and it will open. So now if you want to diagnose something, you better understand how the system works. So let's go and describe that. So operation of these locks is in the charge with computer, and that is called comfort locking system. So that computer is receiving signals from multiple units, not just from the switch, but it's also monitoring if the vehicle is locked, as we said, because if it's locked, it will not let you open anything, obviously. So what we also have to understand together, here in that actuator, there are different switches, and there are two of them. What are those? So we have to understand that when you close that, you are changing the light in the back. So if this was open, there will be light in the back in the trunk, and also there is a micro switch on that central locking system. So all these needs to be correctly working, and there are really tiny micro switches. They need to be correctly working in this to open when I command with the switch, and I'm sending signal to that comfort unit, to that computer, right? I'm sending signal, and that should send signal here and open this area. But it's not happening, and there can be many different reasons. So I did push that button really quickly multiple times. It was like 25 times, and it opened, it popped open, and you can see the light is on. And we can test the switch if I manually close this latch, pretending it was basically touching here, this rod. The light should go off. So I will use my finger and push it in and watch the light. Right? You heard the clicks. So we know the switch for the light inside is working correctly. This won't be very easy to film going against the light, but I will remove these plastic tabs which are covering, right? Here is the little tab. They are covering the bolts. But this is German. You need a T15 screwdriver. It's not just a normal Phillips head, my friend. And after that, I will assume it needs to be pulled down. These panels are normally pushed in, so there should be no damage to anything if you are careful. I don't see any more bolts anywhere. And I think I'm almost there. Removing it without damaging anything. So this is what I said, these are all these push-ins, right? When you are removing it, it sounds like you just ripped it into pieces. They're kind of tight, I don't know why so much, but that was the correct way to remove it. And now I can see the 4-pin connector here, which is coming to that actuator. And starting from the driver's side, it has a brown-blue wire. Then the next one is brown-black. The next one is brown plain, so I believe that will be ground. And the last one on the passenger side is a green with the white stripe on it. And here is the detail what I just have described to you. Here is my multimeters and some probes, so I can get in that connector and check if there is a signal. Very first thing, I want to see if I have a good ground, so I'm switching this to the resistance, which is ohms. I already have that pin right there on that brown, because we said the plain brown is the ground. And I want to see when I touched some ground on here, my resistance goes to the 0. So this is the actuator, and I would like to test the switch. I would like to see if the switch is actually doing anything and sending the signal. There are 2 wires, so I would love to back probe it, but that motor is in my way, so I will go ahead, remove it, and let's see if the switch is working properly. I have removed that switch to be absolutely clear. It's working correctly by itself. So I have it probes. When it's not being touched, it's fully open. It's a OL. And when I touch the switch, it goes to the 0 ohms. Fully open. Zeros. Open. So the switch is fine. I'm kind of done playing with it. It will be right there, the actuator, and you need a special tool. If you look at it, it's a M8 that triple square. Here is the detail of them, the tips, better angle. You see that? It's the one on the right, the M8. Let's go and just take it off. Basically, look inside and find out what is going on, if there is a dirt or corrosion. So leave this unit. Here is the unit itself. So let's see what are the dust covers and what we can do with this. It should separate from its covers. And this one is a metal unit. But I think so. There is 12th of February 2009. The vehicle is 2009. And in order to separate these 2 metal parts, there are 2 rivets. So I will have to drill these off, get rid of them. I grinded these rivets off so I can split it in 2 pieces, so you can finally perfectly see inside. And unfortunately, there's no visible damage or anything to fix. These are those micro switches I was telling you about. Each of them operates different function. One of them is for the light, and one of them is for a central locking system. So here I got it connected, and I know both micro switches are working correctly. If I push this one, This is the central locking system. And if I push this one, you see the light behind. Oh, you probably don't see it, you are looking way too high. The light will basically go on in the vehicle. I already tried to lock the whole vehicle, and that lets me to lock the whole vehicle right here. So the car is fully locked. If I will push this micro switch, the alarm will sound, because it means somebody opened the rear and the alarm went off. So I won't be doing it. I will unlock the vehicle again. 1, 2, and now you can see I will operate successfully this motor. And the motor is hot like crazy. And when I'm pushing on it, oh yeah, it's getting even more and more hot. So it will start working. It has that intermittent function, but unfortunately where it's completely apart, it will work correctly. Look at, if I push the button. Oh, not all the time. See that? Yeah. There's some bad contact somewhere. As I keep pushing on that motor. And guess what? Now I'm pushing to the left, so that must be it. All what it is, my friend. It comes to this. It's a bad contact on that motor, because if I keep squeezing it, it just works on the, well, not right now, again, if I will put my finger all the way to the left, it did work. Well, anyway, you can see it, this part needs to be replaced. And to wrap it up, obviously the part needs to be replaced, so I went online and checked the prices. So far what I have found, tomorrow I can have a doorman, which is aftermarket, most of the time not recommended. The number is 931-718, $145 plus tax. I call Volkswagen dealer, which is not here, we don't have one, it's down south. They gave me this number, 5M0827505E9B9, and it's a $260 plus tax. So just different in the price. Neither of them is today available for me to replace it, so I will finish the video right here. So I hope this video is helpful to some of you to diagnose your own Volkswagen Jetta wagon. If you like it, please give it a thumb up and stay tuned. I have way more coming your way soon. Thank you for watching and have a great day.